question, Bethany, you are now just 2 questions away from round 2, in which case you keep all the money in your bank, and you already have $43,600. Congratulations to you. That is fantastic. In the break, one of the producers said to you, you look so good on camera, too, and your response was?
Thank you.
No, well, your response was, maybe I can get a date.
Yes, that's true.
Baby, you win the million, you're going to have them eaten out of your hand, honey. I'm telling you, you're doing a great job. You're a beautiful lady and a very smart lady, too. You are now 6 questions away from $1 million, 2 questions from round 2. Still got some money up on the board, $7,000 and $5,000 that you can add to your bank. Are you ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right, let's play. Which of the following classic sitcom characters had only sisters for siblings? Arnold Jackson, Mike Seaver, Theo Huxtable, Greg Brady.
I grew up with this show and I love this show. C, Theo Huxtable, final answer.
You're now 1 question away from round 2. Nice going, Bethany. All right, this one's worth either $7,000 or $5,000. Let's add it to the bank. Another $7,000. $50,600. What's going through your head?
Oh my goodness. This is a little bit surreal. I'm kind of excited. Yeah.
Well, you should be kind of excited.
Yeah.
You're 1 question away from round 2. Let's take a look at the question. The Ouija board gets its mystical sounding name by combining the French and German words for what? Ouija board. Hello, please, welcome, yes.
Well, oui means yes, and ja means yes. Oui means yes in French, ja means yes in German, so it's D, yes. Final answer.
I'll say it in English. Yes, 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 you have it. All right, we knew that was $5,000. Added to the bank, $55,600. Congratulations. You are now in round 2.
Oh my goodness.
Your next question is going to be worth $100,000. It's time to play Classic Millionaire. You are now just 4 questions away from $1 million. From now on, the questions will get progressively harder as we go. And if you decide to walk away, you get all of the money in your bank. Right now, you have a total of $55,600. Here is your $100,000 question. Rachel Ray's Halloween dish, Worms and Eyeballs, calls for what pasta because of its resemblance to worms? Radiatori, farfalla, bucatini, or chiette?
Okay, well, I know it's not farfalle, because those are bow ties. But I don't know which of the, I'm not sure which of the other 3. Radiatori, maybe those are circles, maybe those are wheels. So I'll try and eliminate that one. So it's not A, it's not B, could be C or D.
Okay.
Bucatini, I wish I knew.
Well, if you're right, you've narrowed it down. You have a 50-50 chance of getting it right or wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to guess and say C, bucatini.
Final?
C, bucatini, final.
Pasta on the house. It is bucatini. Was worth $500,000 in 2000. In In 1974, which celebrity appeared on the first cover of People magazine? Elizabeth Taylor, Jane Fonda, Mary Tyler Moore, Mia Farrow. Stay tuned for the answer. Welcome back to Millionaire. The answer to that $500,000 question was Mia Farrow. And we are back with Bethany Harvey, still in somewhat of a state of shock. Is that a fair way to put it?
A little bit.
You told me in the break that your goal here was to get six figures at least, and you just did it at $100,000. It's so fantastic. And I didn't think you were going to go for that question because I thought you were going to play it safe and walk away. You already had a lot of money. What made you do that?
Well, I was just thinking about taking more risk. I tend to be, in real life, a more risk-averse person, and I need to take more risk, and this was just one way of stepping out to do it. So.
Well, you did it in style. You really did. You're now 3 questions away from $1 million. Good luck to you. I don't know. You want to see that $250,000 question? Are you ready?
Let's take a peek.
Let's take a peek. Let's play. Though it was taken roughly 13 years after he left office, who was the first U.S. president to be photographed? Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams.
Okay, these are all way earlier than I was thinking.
Taken roughly 13 years after he left office.
13 years after. So who lived long enough to 13 years, that long, after office? I think John Quincy Adams had a nice long life. Thomas Jefferson had a nice sordid life. James Madison, I can't remember who was latest, Madison or Monroe. I don't know for sure. And I can't narrow it down. I would have said John Quincy Adams, but I think I'm finished.
You done?
I'm
Final
done.
answer?
Final answer.
All right, let's see what the answer was. Oh my gosh, it was John Quincy Adams. But you know what? $100,000. It's fantastic. Fantastic. So maybe for 6 figures and then some. And you probably get more gambles in your life after this. I will. Congratulations. So excited for you. Stick around right here. You're out of country. We're looking to leave. You're not leaving. Oh, no. You're going to say goodbye to the audience? Bye, honey. $100,000 winner. It could be you next time. See ya.